All right, yeah, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have, like how much room is on my phone for memory, and hopefully I don't trip over my words too much here. But I've been I was planning on posting like once a week, and I've been lucky to post once a month since living here in Portland. But yeah, it's been crazy. I can go through my old videos and pretty much catch up to now, but um, sitting at the place I'm currently renting a room at, paying $650 a month. It's a 3 bedroom house and only one bathroom, so it's a little interesting. I live with a lady in her 30s, I believe, and a guy in his 40s who has like 5-year old daughter um, that stays with him. So everybody pretty much keeps to themselves, but nobody like goes to work, and they have lives, like have friends and uh, go out to the bar. And they asked me a couple times, but I've just like really been trying not to drink, since moving here, because that's one thing that's really easy for me to get into, to feel like I have some sort of purpose and thing to do, like each day, like at night or whatever. Like at the end of the day, I'd always go in Florida, like down to CJ's and whatever. But yeah, sitting here, it's the first time since moving in here. I've been here maybe 2 months if I had to guess. I've been in Portland like almost 4 months now, but I've been at this place a couple months, and currently not working. I haven't been working for maybe a couple weeks now. I've been working the whole time I moved here. I was lucky enough to get a job right away, pretty much within a week or so, at a hotel, Ramada. Then I got caught, like, I guess sneaking into room. Like, I was definitely going into rooms, but I wasn't like using the bed. I was just sleeping on the floor so that it wasn't messing anything up, and I just didn't have anywhere to go, and a lot of weird stuff was going on at that church place, like my old video show. But yeah, right now I'm sitting here, and I'm probably not even gonna get to the fucking point before the time runs out. But I should be comfortable, because it's the first time I've been by myself here. I've been by myself a lot throughout the process, and obviously living in my car when I was in Florida, I was completely by myself. So I always thought that was what I hated and what the worst part was, but it's part of it, I guess. But at the end of the day, I mean, these people have friends and have vehicles and stuff, going on, it seems, and they still like bitch about stuff and have problems, obviously, and don't seem that happy. So it's like, I think a lot of us probably aren't too happy when we're by ourselves, but that's what I'm trying to ultimately work on. That's why I'm avoiding drinking. That's why I haven't fucking downloaded any dating apps or whatever you want to call it, or any of that bullshit. Like, I'm not, after the whole me becoming friends with Megan, and like, I don't know what that was or what happened or why I felt so. I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't talking to nobody at the time, as a friend especially. So it was like meant a lot to me at the time. And after that stopped, I just like really be not trusting people after that. So I'm just like not even really worried about trying to get to know anybody or telling anybody anything about me until I know exactly what I have going on, like a lot of issues to fix. The fucking OCD is like overwhelming sometime, to the point where I think about trying to write about it or talk about it at all. Obviously, if I could talk to a counselor, somebody specializing in OCD, which I don't even know if that exists, but people think of OCD as like you always have to have everything neat, but this is like a sort of like I have to have everything sitting like square to everything, if that makes sense, like the edges square to the edge of the table type of thing, like, or something. Like everything has to be positioned perfectly, and I'll sit there for a good solid 60 seconds or whatever it is, just like in my own like zoned out, it's not funny, but like zoned out head, just fucking with it until it looks right to me, and then I'll like kind of have to force myself to like stop and like look away and just like move forward. But feel that way with everything, like stuff I can't even try to explain, like throwing stuff in the trash, I know what that means. And the showering thing, I know what that means. And um, my face is an issue that I know about, my grandma knows about, that is depressing for me. I do feel like right here, I guess, like right, boom, right dead center in my fucking uh chest or whatever, bottom of my chest, right up, right above my stomach and below my chest. I feel pretty much all the time a slight little, like a something's put, like a pain, not a pain, but a push right there. I don't know, like it's hard to breathe fully or something, which I'm guessing is anxiety. But yeah, I'm just obviously if I'm doing this instead of talking to friends, I'm in a little bit of a weird place and have been for a while. I've been doing stuff like this for a while, but just trying to document as much of it as possible for if anything does happen to me. And, I don't obviously talk to anybody, so I want some sort of stuff known. But I've been doing really good, honestly, with not really sending people like pictures that they don't want of me, to try to feel good about myself. I like was explaining that to my grandma, which I know is a weird person you would think to explain this to, but she's the only person I have, and I love her to death, and I'm just really open with her. But I was telling her how back in grade school when I was in basketball, we were doing basketball practice after school one day, and they split up kids 50-50, and half of them were shirts, half of them, you had to take your shirt off and be skins, and we were going to play like scrimmage against each other. And I ended up being a skin, you know, everybody's taking their shirt off, and I like panicked in my head, like that's the first time anything like that's ever happened to me, about like feeling like that about myself around a group of people, And I just realized this like a couple days ago, and I'm 28 years old now, and this happened when I was probably like 13. Um, if I had to guess an age off the top of my head, like sixth grade, fifth, sixth grade, junior high, I don't fucking know. But I freaked out and didn't know what to do, and I knew I was way too uncomfortable with taking my shirt off, and I probably wasn't even that fucking fat at that time. I was just maybe a little baby fat, but um, I went and said I had to go to the bathroom, and then I just went in a stall, and I just didn't come out, or faked puking when whoever came in, or whatever the fuck I ended up doing, dude. I know that that's the first time I ever felt like that about myself. And then from there, I feel like I was always just trying to probably like impress people in other ways, like by being fucking funny or pulling jokes on teachers or whatever throughout the next, because like in sixth grade is when I really honestly started being like that and trying to hang out with like the cool kids or whatever. I just was fucked on ever finding confidence in myself, like I couldn't talk to my mom or family about that, or maybe I did and they just didn't even fucking realize that that was like a hard thing to have happen. Like, maybe I could have ate a little better as a kid and avoided sweets, and maybe like started working, like running around. And I mean, kids lift weights and stuff. Like, I mean, I was like I said, 13. I could have got a little guidance if I had a dad or around or whatever, type of situation. But obviously, yeah, ever since then, I've just been really chasing some sort of situation. Like, I've never been content with myself and my priorities and who I am and who I've been and what I'm trying to do, and my mental health state I'm confused on, and I feel like I'm kind of losing a complete grip on myself as a whole, and I know a lot of people don't like